guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build and to another installment of The Squish. Today I am back building a tiny house for the Hermit in Granite Falls. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, with the game pack outdoor retreat, you get the new destination world of Granite Falls, and when you travel to the national park there are some branches you can climb through that'll bring you to the secret lot where the Hermit lives. And I thought it would be really fun to redesign their home as more of a tiny home with more outdoor space, because they had just a really simple, not that great looking house in my opinion, and it just had a lot of outdoor space as well with lots of gardening things. I kept all those plants. That's what's in the back corner of the lot. I deleted everything else on the lot and I just threw all their gardening supplies back there, and we're going to be keeping that in the end. So this is not technically a livable lot because it's the Hermit's house, that's where they live, but you could place this on whatever lot you'd like and live there at will, or just place this here for when you travel to this lot if you decide to do that. And if you guys would like to download this house, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. If you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi, that information is also down below, as well as a direct download link to the gallery website if it's easier for you to download it that way. So anyway, this house ends up having a very strange shaped roof. And I did that because I thought it was a little bit of fun. It was looking a little bit too simple in the end, in my opinion. And I mean, this sim is just kind of living out here, doing their own thing. So they can have whatever house they want. So I just kind of had fun experimenting with it. So apologies if you think the roof's kind of weird. We're not at that point yet. But basically, the taller part of the roof, I'm going to extend over the rest of it so that it covers the front of this little patio up here. It's kind of strange, and I did play test it to make sure your Sims could still get up there. And the only thing I have up there right now is just like a bench and something hanging on the wall. But you could definitely add other activities up there for your Sims to do. Maybe they have like just some nice outdoor hobby they like. I guess you could even put like the clothing rack out there that I have out on the grass right now. I was so excited to link these little fence pieces from Outdoor Retreat together in this circle pattern. I think it looks so cool. I was very excited about that, and of course I used some terrain manipulation on this lot as well, which is not something I do that often, so it's always nice when I do get the chance to do that. I definitely want to do some more stuff with terrain in the future, so if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. But this is starting to come together, and we're about to do terrain paint, and I will just say the way I do it right now is not how it stays, because it was way too heavy-handed and it just did not fit in at all. So I'm not even going to show me fixing it because I just spent a long time fixing it afterwards, but it doesn't end up being this dark color. We end up going over it with the rock terrain paint, like the little rocks that I associate with parks and stuff, and there's some of those around in the existing world. But I fixed that off camera. At one point you'll just all of a sudden notice the terrain paint has been fixed, so that's what that is. But we just add tons of plants to this lot, and of course I used some of the ivy climbing up the side of the build. That's from Discovery University in the debug menu, or the show live edit objects menu. I think it is so pretty and it worked really well for this. I also really enjoyed using that awning. I think that one is from Island Living, but at the same time it might be from Strangerville. I'm not entirely sure, but the little awning over the front door I think is super cute, and I like that it was a green metal because we end up painting the house red, and so it's kind of Christmassy colors, but it doesn't look Christmassy to me. It just looks like mismatched and kind of funky, and that's definitely what I was going for. I really enjoyed this house, and like I said, you could use it for whoever. It doesn't have to be for the Hermit, and I could imagine just some fun gardener Sims living here. But here are a bunch of the stuff that was already on the lot. I wanted to make like a skill building corner over here with all of the planters, as well as the flower arranging table, the beekeeping box, and the crafting table. That's not what it's called. What is it called? It's like the woodworking bench. That's what I'm talking about. The flower bench, or the flower arranging table, wasn't already over there because that came with Seasons, and Outdoor Retreat came out way before that. It was the first pack for The Sims 4, so I added that, but the other stuff was already back there, including the plants, so I didn't change any of those, but you could of course plant your own things or grab different ones off the gallery. That's always helpful. I just kind of wanted to keep it as is, and the Hermit is randomly generated, so it can be anyone in your game, not like somebody already in the game, but like who your hermit is going to be is different. If I remember, I'll plop a picture of the hermit that showed up on the lot in my game when I was building this. He seemed like a pretty sweet guy, but I didn't really build it with him in mind. I just generic, because I think I always think of the first person that I saw, or the first sim I saw on this lot the first time I traveled to it, and I always have them in mind, which was this older woman. So I think of her, not the guy that was living here. But I don't think it put too much of an impact on it. I was just keeping a general idea since it is a different sim in everybody's game. I figured just keeping it pretty generic would be helpful for you guys. I also changed the window 8 million times on the front of the house, but I went with the one that I have there in the end from, I think this from Get Together. And I was having trouble because I wanted something to center, but I decided that one looked really cute anyway, that even though it didn't center in the space off to the side like that, and just kind of playing with the side with all the ivy going up one side and having the window off to the, I keep saying off to the side, but I think you can get the gist of what I mean by looking at it. I think it looks really cute, and I was pretty happy with that. It's always fun to build stuff that's a little bit different than what I typically do, and placing things a little bit differently, because I don't normally shove a window in the corner like that. Nobody puts baby in a corner. But I thought it looked really cute, so quite happy with that. And as you can see, there's that green awning against the red, which I thought was nice. And so I was trying to complement the red by putting some red trees around. These are from Cats and Dogs. I also tried adding some of these red plants around from Romantic Garden stuff, but I really didn't like how they looked in the end, so I ended up deleting them, but I tried them. So there's that. There's my attempt at using some more Romantic Garden stuff, because I love these plants. These particular flowers are so pretty, and I'm definitely going to use them sometime soon. I occasionally use them in white, but I feel like it's been a while since I have, because that's more so in like cutesy houses, and I don't think I've done like a super cutesy like pastel-y house in a long time. I have seen suggestions for them though, and specifically tiny houses, so let me know if you guys would like to see like a pastel tiny house. I think that could be really cute, and something different, because I feel like lately I've been doing a lot more like outdoorsy houses with lots of greenery, and like this house or the one I posted a couple days ago, that one was really fun as well, and I got a lot of really cool feedback from you guys on that one. That was the Bahai Kubo house, which was so cool to see everybody's feedback and comments on it, because it was something that I just did a little bit of research on, and I had tons of suggestions for, and the positive feedback was amazing. Ignoring the loud noises in my background, because my dog is running in circles in the other room, because he gets really hyper and does that occasionally in the morning when I'm recording. So ignoring that, let's get back to the build. The outside is pretty much done. I really, really like it. Like I said, the roof is real weird. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Sometimes it's fun to just experiment a little bit, and funky roofs are one of my favorite things to do, and I haven't done one in a while, so that was really fun. But I decided to use these base game counters and cabinets that are more of an industrial look. I liked using them because they were made out of wood, and I don't know what I'm doing here. I was trying to think of a way to somehow put something on a diagonal, and it just didn't make sense. I don't know where it came from. So we keep it pretty simple in here. I did think about using this metal backsplash, but I decided in the end that didn't make sense, but it made me really want to build something in Strangerville, or maybe some more shipping containers or a bunker or something, because it's been a while since I used that corrugated metal, and I think it is such a cool wall texture, and definitely something I want to play with more. But in the kitchen area, we just put a bunch of clutter objects, some cleaning supplies, as well as some of these fish hanging up on the wall, and a couple of the insects and stuff around the place. I really wanted it to still feel like we're in Granite Falls, and this is the hermit's house. They have a bunch of little critters they've collected, and plants absolutely everywhere, but I didn't want it to be too over the top, but it's still relatively cluttered. So you'll see that as we progress. I put a little frog up on top of that bookshelf over there, and we're going to put a couple of stools. So we don't have a regular dining table. We just have the stool area here. And in a little while, I should be adding another table that I'm going to shove into the end of that bench area. It's not like a functional table. You can't sit at it or anything. It's just a decorative thing. And I really like how it came out. So when I do that, you'll see what I mean. But I was super happy with it because it's just something that popped into my head when I was building. And I was like, oh, that would look really cute. And sometimes I just get really excited about ideas like that, so I went for it. And then over here, we are using, at first, this rug from City Living. I don't know why, but in these types of builds, this is always my go-to rug. And I was like, no, we're bringing in some red from outside. So in a little while, we should be getting rid of that rug. And we end up using one of the ones from Laundry Day Stuff, which I used a ton of Laundry Day Stuff in this build. So that's definitely a pack you would need in order to download this build. I did not limit my pack usage in this build. That's pretty much normally. I don't limit my pack usage. I occasionally do, and I try to do some base game stuff from time to time as well, which I should have some stuff coming up soon since I've been pre-recording for my Disney trip that I made sure to at least do one base game thing, which I did already. I haven't edited it yet. I think I already mentioned that in a video. I just still haven't gotten to it. It's been pretty hectic trying to get everything done for that time away. Plus, I've been trying to stream now. I've streamed once since I started trying to stream again over on Twitch, and it was so much fun. I had a blast having you guys come and hang out, and we started building something, which I never ended up finishing, but I did place the shell over on my gallery for anyone that wanted to finish it. And I'm hoping to stream again sometime this weekend or on Monday. But if not, once I get back from my trip, I plan to full on get back into streaming. And I just had a poll on my community tab about what times would work best for you guys, specifically on Mondays. And I know Mondays for most people is a work day. And I've gotten all kinds of requests for different times, but I put down the times that work best for me because I'm off on Mondays. So I do want to stream on like Saturdays or Sundays as well, but Mondays are definitely going to be a day that I try to stream on since I have the day off. So it'll be all over the place. We'll be figuring out a schedule over the next month or so to see what works best and try and have a consistent time per day. But anyway, back to the build. That's the little table I stuck out of the end. It's a console table from Laundry Day. Like, there's so much Laundry Day in this build. It's ridiculous. But I think it came out so cute. I love the like storage space there just with an extra plant on it. I really, really like that. And then in the bathroom here, I really wanted to use the toilet that came with, or like the one you built. The first one I placed down, but I feel like it just fell out of place in here. I think it's cool. I wish we had more toilets that looked like composting toilets, but oh well, because I do imagine this house is off the grid, but since it's not technically a residential lot, I couldn't put it as off the grid, so I didn't try and make it off the grid, if that makes sense, because I couldn't technically have that lot trait anyway. But that shouldn't be too hard to change if you do go ahead and place this on another lot. You just have to change a couple of the items here and there, and voila. But anyway, we're going to be working on the bedroom now. This ends up being super simple because it's just my standard 2x3 tiny house bedroom. I thought about opening it up and putting a double bed so you can only access one side of the bed and it was open to the rest of the room, but it wouldn't let me delete the walls because then the foundation would be messed up or something. I don't know. You probably saw the error pop up on the screen. So it's like, okay, we'll just do my standard 2x3 bedroom and it'll be fine. It'll look cute. And so that's what we did. I did use this base game bed because I felt like I really wanted a thick wood frame on the bed for some reason. I thought that fit the style I was going for. Plus, I really like this one because I feel like the top of the bed can act as a shelf to put stuff on. So I quite enjoy that. And then we're just adding another window in here because I thought it felt pretty empty. And then some clothes over there as well, and a cat tree. I forgot I put some cat stuff around this house because I imagine the hermit probably like feeds the stray cats and like loves all the strays in the area. I think that's kind of a cute idea. But anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. Leave any suggestions that you might have down below. And we're going to head on into screenshots now. Thanks again, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.